Today I will show you how to use the polling rate to improve your aim assist, and I will also explain to you for why 1000 Hz has a lot more disadvantages than you might think. I would even go so far and say that after having watched this video, you will probably switch to a different polling rate. Also, today's video will equally work for all input devices, so there is no difference between mouse and controller users. By the way, this is the 6th part of my aim assist series, in which I display some of the best aim assist boosters that Matrix has to offer. If you haven't watched the other videos yet, then you can find a link to them in the video description. All of these work incredibly well on top of each other. There are two types of boosters. The first one increases the aim assist, so it feels stronger and will help you more. The second one doesn't increase the aim assist, but improves its activation, so the aim assist will be easier to activate, or even be active throughout the entire game. Ideally, you use both on top of each other. Today's video belongs to both categories, although it is more about increasing the effect of the aim assist than activating it. But let's start with today's video. You can find the polling rate at the bottom of your configuration menu. Scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Connection Method. In older firmware versions, it can be found under the same name in the same location. When opened, head to the option called Update Rate. You can choose between 4 different presets. Each of them will slightly change the aim assist, as well as a few other important things. The first one is called Standard. It is the slowest polling rate and equals 125 Hz. This means that your XIM will send 125 updates per second to your console, so one update every 8 milliseconds. The second one is 250 Hz. And then the values will continuously increase to 500 and 1000 as the highest option. With a value of 1000, your XIM will send a total of 1000 updates per second to your console, which means one update every millisecond. The option that you choose here has quite an influence on your aiming. In general, the lower the value, the more aim assist you will have. So if you strictly want the most aim assist, you would select the standard option. But this comes with a drawback, because there is also something else to consider. The higher the value, the less delay there will be. Therefore, most people pick the highest value to have the most responsive aiming with the least amount of delay. That way your inputs only have 1 millisecond of a delay, whereas on standard you will have 8 milliseconds. And yes, you will absolutely notice the difference. Just make circular mouse movements while switching between both options. That way you will definitely notice the delay. But does the delay really matter? And why does this delay increase the aim assist? Let me answer that by doing a deeper dive into why higher polling rates reduce the aim assist. Here you can see a website that lets me measure my polling rate. Currently my mouse is set to 1000 Hz. When I start the test and make fast circular movements, the measured polling rate will match my actual polling rate. But as soon as I move the mouse a bit slower, you will see that the polling rate drops. It will then be in the range of 500 or 700. And if I move the mouse even slower, it will drop even more. This is because the mouse will only send an input packet if it detects a movement. Otherwise, it will send an empty packet with no content in it to tell the PC that the mouse has not been moved yet. With an update rate of 1000, this check happens every millisecond. So the mouse checks every millisecond if it has been moved yet. And because I move my mouse so slowly, most packets will be empty because the short checking window of 1 millisecond has not detected any movement. From the 1000 packets that my mouse is sending right now, only around 100 of them contain movement, and the remaining ones are empty. I would need to move the mouse much faster again to ensure that the mouse detects a movement every millisecond. But most of your aiming in the game will not be this fast. Instead, you will mostly aim at this speed, or something close to this. Therefore, this raises the following question. If most of your aiming inputs are at around 500 Hz, why not use that polling rate instead to avoid the empty packets? There are actually good reasons to do that, because all those empty packets cause stutter. If you have ever set your XIM to 1000 Hz and moved your mouse as slow as I am about to do now, then you will notice that there will be a lot of stutter. This is because over 90% of your packets are empty. And if you have watched my previous aim assist videos, you will know that mouse stutter heavily reduces the aim assist. But if you set your XIM to 125 Hz, the stutter will basically be gone. This is because on lower polling rates, your XIM accumulates all those packets and bundles them into one larger packet. For example, 8 packets at a rate of 1000 are bundled into one packet when using 125 Hz. And the chance for all of these 8 packets to be empty is really low. That is why lower polling rates feel so much smoother, and as a result also have much more aim assist. Before I tell you the most optimal polling rate, here is a short summary on all 4 values. There is also something else to consider. Most console games don't process games faster than 125 Hz or 250 Hz. So using anything above that will not result in a better performance in-game, but just reduce your communication delay between the XIM and your console. Another important thing is to make sure that your mouse either polls at the same rate as your XIM or at a higher one. Do not use a polling rate for your mouse that is slower than the one of your XIM. Otherwise, you will add even more empty packets, and as a result have even more stutter. Now, because most games process inputs at 125 or 250 Hz, the best polling rate for your XIM is usually either 250 or 500 Hz. Use the lower one if you want to have a bit more aim assist, or the higher one if you prefer more responsive aiming inputs. Both polling rates ensure that you will have far less empty packets than with 1000 Hz. And as you can see in the chart, the delay is almost the same as for the highest polling rate. So you basically only have advantages when using one of these two polling rates. Most XIM users are sadly not aware of this and therefore think 1000 Hz is the best value. And because they don't know about all of this, they will start to criticize you when not using 1000. This is why most of my configuration tutorials use 1000 Hz, although 250 or 500 would actually be better. Now that I have finally uploaded this video to clarify that, I can probably start to change that though. Future complainers can then just be referred to this video then. In the next video of this series, I will show you how to increase the aim assist with ballistic curves.
So guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button or maybe even subscribe to this channel to not miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Also, contrary to popular belief, this channel is not an official XIM channel. I run this channel in my free time to bring you guys the latest XIM news and tricks. So if you want to support what I do, then maybe consider to join the YouTube channel membership. Channel members usually get around 1 to 4 weeks of early access to all new videos. Plus, we also have a nice little Discord to discuss XIM settings and other stuff. But that's about it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and I will maybe see you in the next one.